We're not gonna stop this. They want to do I love myself. 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 I love Dhamma Satri. Cannot. And we've just got to be in that space of this is life. If I sugarcoated this, I would never get anything done. I would not be authentic. Even if I spoke to people, they'd be like, yeah, but you've got the time because you don't have children. You have a life like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. I don't. I have more children than you. A mother or a father. I don't know how teachers do it. Honestly, I don't know how teachers do it. It's a lot. I bow to teachers. Thank you. Thank you so much for the work that you do. I bow to healers. Thank you for the work that you do. Oh, this work is a lot. Back to our radical forgiveness worksheets. Where's your homework, Sissy? Homework? Where's your homework? You didn't do your homework? Did you do your homework?
No.
No homework? Okay. So my babies do not want to leave. So we're going to do the forgiveness work with my babies. I'm going to talk about this with my babies. Okay, so we are on day 4. Yeah, we're on day 4. So we did a little bit of a meditation with my babies, and now there's the dog. This is life. Okay? This is life. Okay, now we are on day 4. I would like for us to forgive God. Forgive God for the mothers we've had. Forgive God for your mother. Whether you had, there's always something that we are upset at our mothers for. There's always something we're upset at our fathers for. And they're just as upset at you for doing something to them. This is the nature of human. Haven't I been telling you this? That the nature of human is relating. So we start to learn the way of relating in our spiritual organizations, in our homes, the religious organizations that we grew up in business, but also in nursery school. I'm learning this with my children more and more. I'm so learning this with my children. The way they relate has evolved since I started working with them. They know no fighting. We don't fight. We just, even when I'm teaching them class time, we are playing meditation music. I play chud. I keep telling people about chud. Please look up chud. C-H-O-D. Chud. I tell people all the time, chud yourself. Chud yourself. I chud myself every day. 6 hours when I'm sleeping. 8 hours. If I had such a great night's sleep yesterday, I said them gods are good. Forgiveness work works. I slept 8 hours. I don't even remember when I last slept 8 hours. I think I was just tired from traveling. But it was like actually 8.5 hours. I was like, damn out. It was the best. I woke up and I was like, oh, gods are good. I don't know why the dog is barking. He's barking at a fish in the pond. A fish. Okay. So, the nature of life is relating. You can't get away from this. I keep saying in all of my videos, forgive your parents. Because they learned from their parents how to relate to you the way they related to you in childhood. And their parents learned from their parents, and their parents learned from their parents. So it's just such a long generation of pain, of maladaptive ways of relating, of parenting, of thinking about this idea called God and religion and money. And it just goes on and on and on and on and on. That's why I keep telling you can't believe the ancestral stories, because maybe an aunt who was jealous 5 lifetimes ago, or even this lifetime, decided to create a lie or a story, and then the lie just took on a life of its own. If you watch people, I've been watching people a lot, especially at airports. I was talking to some woman at the airport, and I was asking her, because I was going from domestic to international. I was flying around in one country, and then I had to move to another country, and I had to now move from domestic to international. I'm speaking to this woman, and she didn't really care to talk to me. She wasn't interested in talking to me. She was interested in what she was watching on her phone. And I'm like, yo, girl, I need to catch my flight literally in 45 minutes. And when you're flying international, you actually have to be there 2 hours. I bend time and reality. Luckily, the flight was delayed. I tell you, I always bend time and reality. The flight was delayed by 2 hours. So it gave me 2 hours and 45 minutes to just walk through the airport without hassle. But then I'm talking to this girl. I'm like, oh my goodness, I need to figure out how to get from domestic to international. She was looking at her phone, and her phone was soap operas. And you know what she said to me? I don't know. I'm like, this is your job. You work here. What do you mean you don't know? I don't know. She didn't even care. She's like, I don't know. But this is the nature of human. Would I get angry at somebody like that? No, that's an opportunity for training at the airport. How many people go in and out of the airport? How much staff do airports have all across the world? It's just $1 trillion industry. It never ends. There's nowhere I go where there's no business opportunities. But what I've noticed about people and what the media they consume, it makes them live from that perspective. So when I was looking at this girl, I'm talking to her, she's looking at her phone like this. She's airport security. And I looked at her phone, what she's looking at while I'm talking to her, watching soap operas. Asian soap operas. Yeah, it was so interesting. And in the time I've been traveling across Asia now, 10 years, I've noticed that there's a lot of, in the Asian soap operas, especially like the Koreans are the big ones with their soap operas, right? The Korean soap operas is always women who are gossiping. Their husbands are doctors, or their husbands are business owners. The wives sit at home and shop all day long, go to lunch and coffee and gossip. And then there's always a mistress. There's always a woman who'll come in and try to steal the husband. I said, wow, Asian culture is so interesting. It's so like African culture. And they all are watching these things. I swear to you, it's a thing. I've been talking to a lot of Asians, and they're like, no, the Asian lifestyle is to find a good man who's going to take care of you. You're just supposed to have children and then just sit at home and look pretty, wear lipstick, go bleach your face. They bleach their faces a lot. It's like Africa. They bleach their faces. The lighter they are, the better the man they're going to get, because it means that they're not working out in the rice fields. It's the same in Africa. People who are hawkers selling things on the street are looked down upon, right? Because they are out in the sun, so they get darker and darker, not recognizing that they're probably happier and happier from the sun and the melanin and all of the stuff, right? It's the same thing in South Africa too. I grew up watching Generations. Generation is the biggest South African soap opera. It's been going on, I don't know, since I was 4 years old or 5 years old, something like this. It's been a long time. Generations has been going on. And most of the women, we come home from work, they cook, and then 8 o'clock is Generation. It's all strategic. 8 o'clock is Generations. My dad never wanted any of this rubbish. We were not allowed to watch these things growing up. We weren't. Read the Bible. Get up 3 o'clock in the morning, read the Bible, start praying up a storm. We weren't allowed to watch these things. And I think that's why sometimes in my consciousness, I don't understand soap operas, because it's like somebody telling you a story about, like, you go and steal somebody's husband. Any woman that talks, like, I've had a lot of people think that I'm going to steal their husbands. I'm like, I'm a business consultant. My dad used to take me around all of these business friends, and we used to go and do business, and I used to sit and listen to men, 8 years old, 9 years old, 10, 11, 12, 13, until I was 17 and I left home. And I would listen to men talk about their business problems, their relationship problems. I would just sit there. When I'd get home, My dad would pick me up at school 3 o'clock in the afternoon. By the time I get home, it's 9 o'clock because he did most of his sales at night because business owners were at home, you know, most of his sales at night and all of these things. So by the time I get home, I'm so hungry. It's 9 o'clock at night and I just have to I would do my homework while my dad was selling insurance to these men who own businesses. I heard so much from the age of 8 years old to 17. I was exhausted. But what I realized is that soap operas for the woman is what creates relational aggression. Soap operas. Because always if you watch in soap operas, like South African soap operas generations, it's about business, generational wealth, business. There's always a girl that's going to come and try and steal somebody's husband, the mistress. She's always pretty, she's always young, she's always filled with ideas and spark or blah, blah, blah. And then these men fall for this because the wife is now boring, she's got too many children or whatever. The wife is busy taking care of the children. So the story just keeps going on and on and on. The more pain and pain and pain and fighting in these homes, because the women sit at home and watch soap operas. And then they make up lies, aunties make up lies, cousins make up lies, because they're watching soap operas. So they think that the whole world is a soap opera where somebody's going to steal from them, somebody's stealing somebody's husband. They don't understand. No, maybe that girl's talking to that man about business and that man's teaching that girl about business. It has nothing to do with that man wanting to sleep with that girl. So now this is how the Me Too movement goes awry. Because even if a woman has been molested, if people are living from the soap opera lifestyle of mistresses, young girls stealing, when you tell the truth, nobody even believes you. Because they live from the consciousness of this is what's happening. And this is what? Soap opera lifestyle. This is strategic. As high level media, it's strategic. And the men are watching what? CNBC, the news. Growing up, my dad was always watching the news, BBC, SABC One, and it was always bad news. The economy is crashing. There's going to be a recession. Oh my God, this is happening in America. This is happening in England. It was always bad news. It was always bad news. So we would get up in the morning and listen to this bad news. Listen to this bad news. It was awful. No, actually, we would pray first. And then he would have to listen to this bad news because his clients were listening to this bad news. So he had to be able to relate with his clients, build rapport so he could sell. But I was like, no, this consciousness is not good. I used to tell my dad these things. I'm like, it doesn't feel good to listen to this stuff. He's like, no, I need to understand what's going on in the world. I got it. Actually, I get it now. I didn't get it for a long time because I don't watch the news. I don't know what's going on. I don't even watch YouTube that much. I scan. I like when I'm traveling. You can see it's a Saturday morning. I've had my car washed. We went and cleaned the temple. We picked up stuff. We were raking. So, yes, even in my clothes like this on the floor, cleaning the temple. Yeah. I don't have time. And then I've got the dog barking. I don't have time for anything else. When I do have the time, it's like neuroscience textbooks. Practicing my chants so that I can get more articulate with my chants in Sanskrit language. Because I'm not really particularly, I'm a bit of a A-type perfectionist. So I want to get particular so that I can tap into that energy. I am deepening in the laws of Ma'at. Oh, siyabonga. Ma'at. Sekmet siyabonga. Sekmet pas siyabonga. Asa siyabonga. Oset. Blessings. Here. Blessings. Mfigeligas. Jehut. Imhotep siyabonga. I just want to be in my gratitude. I want to be with my gods. I got friends in celestial places. I want to be talking to my friends. I don't understand soap operas. Even CNBC, even BBC, even CNN. I don't understand. It's just bad news. But so many souls live from this perspective. They live from this perspective. My grandmother never watched soap operas. She was not about that. My grandmother used to just go to church and take our pictures, all her grandchildren's pictures and stuff like this, and just take them to the church, and they would do magic on these pictures and these prayer. And they would pray. Real prayer work. Real deep prayer work. Yeah, protecting her grandchildren. Woman, woman, with so much honor and gratitude, with so much respect, truly so much respect. Can we stop watching these things? Please, can we stop watching these things? It is destroying our families. It is destroying our relationships. It is preventing us from having authentic, loving, genuine conversations. It is preventing us from birthing and raising healthy children. It is really preventing us. This stuff is deep. And the more women are functioning from the bleaching of the face, 3 hours a night bleaching the face. I'm sorry, but like when you bleach your face for 3 hours a night, you're going to have mental health issues because this bleach is going to your brain. So 20 years from now, the money that you would save and invest in buying books and buying courses so that you can evolve in consciousness, you've spent on bleach so that 20 years from now, you can have cancer. You're not going to have money to pay for these medical expenses. Do you see how strategic this thing is? You could spend 15 minutes meditating, another 30 minutes doing your forgiveness work. That's 45 minutes. And maybe another 10 minutes praying. That's an hour. 1 hour. 3 hours putting on bleach. Every night. 7 days a week. Okay, you cannot come. I'm doing my videos, darling. You go home now. Okay. I'm doing videos. Now I cannot do videos because you're talking. You going home now? Goodbye. Love you. I see you Monday. You see? You see? You see? My baby. Sisi? Yeah? Sisi, go that way. She go home already. Sisi, go home. Goodbye. No? Water? Water in car. Take in car. Bye-bye, Nurturance. Ah. Bye-bye. Love you, love you. Love you, my baby. See you Monday. They don't want to go home. It's Saturday. They don't want to go home. This is yours. Goodbye, my love, my baby. I want to see you on Monday at school, okay, baby? Thank you. I love you. Thank you, my baby. I love you. Don't be scared of the dog. It's not going to bite you. Bye, baby. Let's get back to the story. Even with the children, if we're watching constantly these things online, when do we have time to tell our children that we love them? I've never seen in an Asian soap opera a mother hugging their child. Their children are always pushed to be doctors, engineers, all of these big things, because the children are just not good enough as they are. But it's not the mother's fault. No, I'm so sorry. We need to stop blaming our mothers. We need to stop blaming our mothers and our aunties and our grandparents. They actually don't know better. This is why I'm so thankful that I live in a small village, very small village. Because I'm seeing humanity at its beauty. Yeah, they still watch soap operas. Yeah, they still on their YouTubes and their phones and stuff like that. But there's still so much beauty. There's still so much humanity and kindness. They still, I love you, teacher. I love you, my baby. You know, I come back from travel and, Sisi, where have you been? We've missed you. Oh, I used to come back from travel in the US to an empty big house. Big house. So many bedrooms, so many bathrooms, beautiful car, all sorts of these things. And I still felt, what's the point? Until I became a mom to so many babies. I found purpose. Because I started understanding, no man, these mothers are working a lot. They are working a lot. They are doing so much. They are in hells with their own abuses and all of these things, you just then forgive your mother. Forgive God for the mother that God gave you. God, you gave me a mother that used to beat me. My mother wasn't this. A mother who used to beat me, a mother who used to call me this, and this. A mother who abandoned me, a mother who this, a mother who hates my dad, a mother who this. Oh, yeah, Yoma. Who knows what media she was watching? She should have known better. She's an adult. No. Are you not still watching YouTube? Are you not still watching Cardi B and Kim Kardashian and Taylor Swift and Joe Rogan and Kanye West and I don't know who are these people. I don't know who these people are. I talk to birds and trees. There's always a snake up here. It's the healing snake. It's the green one. It's so beautiful because it's just green. So sometimes it's just big. See, but don't tell me there's a snake here, okay? Yeah. Forgive God for the mother that God gave you. It was purposeful. Actually, you wrote that story. I want a mother like this. So that I can learn the lessons I need to learn and become a better parent, maybe to my own children, or become a better parent to the children of the world. A loving mom to the children of the world. What a great mission. What a great mission. I love my mom. I love my dad. It's just, it's a little difficult sometimes when we're functioning from different values and belief systems. But I honor my parents. Honestly, oh my God, so grateful for the spiritual discipline. Discipline. And this is what forgiveness gives you. The ability to just love and honor and gratitude. If I did not have my parents, would I be a teacher? If I did not have my dad as a business owner, would I be in the business world and be able to speak my truth and stand for truth, ma'at, the laws of ma'at, justice, morality, truth all day long? No, I don't think so. If I didn't have a mother who was a school teacher, I would not have seen the fact that, no man, I cannot change adults. This is not going to work. It doesn't work. But the children have a chance. So even in the pain, even in the sadness, even in the grief, you just come here. Okay? Radical forgiveness worksheets. I'm going to do it too. You think I haven't been doing this for a long time? This is how I got here. Because if you don't actually do this work, the pain eats you up so much. It debilitates you. You just be like, I've seen friends who have gone into cults because they hated their mothers so much they needed a mother love. I've had friends who have gone into cults because they hated their father so much they projected the father figure onto this false prophet, fake mystic, fake pastor, fake teacher, fake guru, because they were in so much pain because God didn't give me a mother that is on TV. But have you ever seen a real woman who sits around and does nothing and just looks pretty all day long, bleaching her face, putting on makeup, putting on pretty clothes, and her whole job is to just no, this is not true. This is TV mothers. Real mothers are taking care of their children. I see them here. They're coming out of war. They are working as waitresses, taking care of their children. We're all helping each other here as a community, as a village. Yes, you see, I have this skill. Let me help here. Let me support here. Oh, you have this skill. Let me help here. Let me support here. We're all just helping each other. These are real mothers. I saw my mothers and some of the women in Soweto. They behaved like this. They lived like this. So this is how I know how to live like this. So even if there was trauma with parents or whatever it is, they taught you something. I would not be the woman who I am in a small little village going, I have a skill. I have a purpose. I have a dream to see humanity live in love. How can I utilize my dream and my skills and my purpose in a small little way? It's not really that small. But I had to start off in a small little way with small children, like a small group of children. If I hadn't done this forgiveness work towards me hurting my mother and believing that my mother has hurt me, I would not have the confidence to be a teacher and say, I can do it. Because I would hate the teaching industry. Teachers are this, teachers are this, teachers are this. Not true. Not true. There are some teachers who are not healthy. And it's because they are dealing with their own traumas and they take it out on the children. In high school, I had teachers like this. They were just so traumatized. And they would take it out on the students, especially art school. Art school, most of the artists that I've spoken to are traumatized, so traumatized. They say when we go to art school, we come out of art school feeling less like artists. I went to a traditional art school. We had math, science, and English, but that wasn't our main focus. Art was our main focus. And I was a fine art major. And I was a fine art major. So I did ceramics, I did pottery. I used to make my own pottery, painting. I used to weld and sculpt. I liked to be with the boys because the boys never gossiped. And the boys were into painting, drawing, sculpting. And then the ceramics was a girl thing. I'd go and hang out with them, but it usually became drama with the girls. It was always the end of gossiping and stuff like this. Never loved to hang out with the drama students. The drama students always used to create drama in their head. The fights they would have, it was awful. The music students were beautiful because they just played beautiful music, and I'd go to the orchestra. There was always something going on at the art school. Every week you could go to the art gallery show. An artist was presenting their work, or you go to the theater with the drama students, or the music department where they would have their orchestras and their symphonies, and you listen. Every week there was something to entertain the mind so that you're not involved in drama. Not involved in drama. You're constantly expanding your mind, entertaining your mind. And then the next week would be the ballerinas. The ballerinas would have their own recitals because the art school that I went to had 4 majors: fine art, music, drama, and dance. Or the Spanish dancers or whatever, ballerinas, Spanish dancers, all of them were in the dance department. So I never had time, even growing up, to entertain, even in school, to entertain drama. The drama students, I was like, oh my God, sometimes they were a little nuts. And I was like, oh, I'll go and watch the show and the theater performance, but I don't want to deal with this. It's too much drama. The art boys that I used to hang out with, they had no drama. They were just busy welding. I know how to weld, okay? Don't be fooled by the British accent. I know how to weld. I can put up a whole freaking structure. You just wear the boing, and you just put plaster of Paris on this thing. I was hella dirty growing up. I used to just hang out with the boys. It was easier. There was no gossiping with the boys. And the boys used to tell me, yo man, how they manipulate the girls and get the girls to sleep with them. So I got real smart. By the time I got out of high school, I was real smart. I never dated people except the crazy ones. They tried to kill me. But I never dated the boys at school because they used to tell me how they functioned. And I used to watch them play the girls. It's all drama. It's all soap opera drama. Whether you're in high school, you're in college, you're a skinny little one who can't fight for themselves. It's all drama. It's all a story. It's all a story. And if your parents are watching soap operas, you're going to fight like the soap opera people. Honestly. If your father is watching CNBC all day long and chasing the stock market, you're going to think that that's the only way to abundance. Stock market or business. Meanwhile, maybe there's other ways to achieving whatever you want to achieve. Media has programmed all of us. Nobody is immune from this. And as soon as you come to this understanding, you are free. I forgive my mother for everything. Actually, you do not forgive your mother, you forgive God. Because we're not really angry at our mothers. We're angry at God. So forgive God. Yeah. Forgive God. And as you're forgiving, get real angry. It's not blasphemous to get angry at God. It's actually healthy. In a healthy space. Outside would even be better. Put your feet on just take your shoes off and put your feet on the ground. Sit, have your back against the tree so that it can support you and your buttocks First chakra, straight up on Mother Earth. Feel supported by Mother Earth. Let Mother Earth support you. Because once you realize this, you realize, oh man, I've never had a mother, I've never had a father. These beautiful souls are sovereign beings. They've come here to do their own thing. And thank goodness they brought me to planet Earth so that I could fulfill my mission. Now you stop blaming them, you stop hating them, you actually start blessing them. It has taken a long time to get here. But, I started 15 years ago. I said, I'm real angry right now. I have no choice. I'm real angry. So let's go with this. And here I am. Start. Just start. It might not feel good. It might feel awful. Just start. Free yourself. Love yourself. Honor your journey. Honor the pain. It's yours. You know what I love about radical forgiveness? It says, I own my feelings. No one can make me feel anything. My feelings are a reflection of how I see the situation. How can anyone gaslight you at that point? The reason we gaslight each other, mothers gaslight their daughters, gaslight their sons, religion, spirituality, all sorts of these things, government gaslights you, is because you are not allowed to own your feelings. Sovereignty. I own my feelings. This is exactly how I feel, and I'm not apologizing for how I feel, and I'm going to tell the story in my way. I'm not apologizing, but I'm willing to understand. The more I've been willing to understand, but how did we get here? Media. But who's controlling this media? I tried. I spent a lot of money trying to figure this stuff out. Eventually, I got tired, and I realized, maybe I'm not going to make it. Whoa. I'm a sovereign being. I'm an immortal being. But I still got a purpose. Trying to figure out these beings and why they're doing this and what they're up to is just a waste of my time and a waste of money. And it's a dangerous experience. So no, thank you. Don't care about this. I want to forgive myself so I don't get trapped up in these things. Oh, truly this. Okay? Just love yourself so much. Know that God cannot deny itself as you. God cannot abandon itself as you. Life cannot hate itself as you. You are the precious face of divinity. When God opened its eyes this morning as the sun came out, God said, to you, and you, and me, and you, and you. I'm so proud of what I've created. So beautiful, so intelligent, so magnificent, so smart, such wisdom flowing through. Such wisdom flowing through. You can choose to acknowledge this, accept this, believe this about yourself, and go on with that understanding and that knowing. Oh, when God opened its eyes this morning, it said, oh, so good. So very good. Such beauty, such creativity, such love. The blessings of Grandfather Son is the word of the living God blessing me, blessing me, blessing me every morning. And I'm going out with this and not the anger and my mother never loved me. My mother, stop blaming your parents. It's exhausting. It never works. But the reason why I've had to kind of share my journey is because number one, I'm brave enough to do it. It's taken a long time. But number two, I have been sharing this journey with people. I cannot even tell you, 17 years. Since I started doing radical forgiveness, if you truly know me and you know me for reals, you know I've given you one of these things. It's a no joke. I give this to everybody. I carry it everywhere I go and somebody starts complaining to me. Or I send them an email. I say, oh, I've got something for you, okay? They, oh, yes. Can I call you for counseling and stuff like that? I say, I've got something for you so special. Radical forgiveness worksheet. Go and help yourself. Because I don't have the capacity to listen, nor do the pastors have the capacity to listen, nor do the preachers or the monks have the capacity to listen. But the trees have the capacity to listen, and you can sit here and do your radical forgiveness and get real angry as much as you want. And it's not a big problem. So please go ahead to download the radical forgiveness worksheet below. Forgive God for your mother. I know it ain't pretty. I know it's not what you want to hear, but it's what needs to happen so we can evolve as human beings. I love you. I love you. You can do this. I believe in you. I'm really proud. You've gotten to day 4. Day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8. We're pushing. We keep pushing. I love you, visionary. You've got this. You can do this. You can do this. You can free yourself from hell. Okay? Free yourself. Please free yourself. Love yourself enough to free yourself. Bye.